brew day. Family's just away, so I'm gonna do a brew. I'm gonna try and squeeze a brew day in 2 hours. They're away to the cinema, so I think it'll take them a couple of hours getting there and back and sitting through a movie, whatever. And I can't go because I've got COVID, and it's just the way it is. It's not ideal, but I thought let's make use of the time. Okay, so I've been thinking about doing trying to do a 90-minute brew. Okay, cutting everything back as much as I can, and I reckon I could do it, and I could be cleaned up in 2 hours. I don't think I could be. It'll probably take at least 90 minutes just to brew. So to cut a long story short, we're doing a 30-minute boil. We're still sparging because it still needs to ramp the temperature. So while it's doing that, I can sparge at the same time. And we're doing a 30-minute mash and a 30-minute boil, as I said. So that's an hour, and then I reckon another half an hour to get it ramped up to boil temperature and cooled enough to get into the keg, and then the rest of another 30 minutes there to get everything cleaned up, maybe. So we'll see. I'm gonna time it. Right, there we go. We've started. Timer is on. So yeah, I reckon 90 minutes. Now obviously I've had to prep everything beforehand, but that is kind of something I would do anyway. Have it done the night before and then set the timer. Okay, so this is the Clipper bitter. I'm making another version of this. Okay, so the one that was a bit weird, was a bit more appley, it ended up getting tossed. So I'm making another one. I'm interested to see what the difference is going to be with the shorter times. Will there be any difference at all? I don't know. I mean, do you need to mash for an hour? I'm not entirely sure. I probably have mashed shorter than that, maybe 45 minutes. Never half an hour though. So I'm curious to know. I know you can eke a few more extra points out when you are, when you mash a little bit longer. So I don't know about shorter. So with a bitter then, there's not going to be any kind of messing about with a hop stand or anything like that. No messing about whatsoever. I'm going to get it into the keg. I was considering putting it into the cube just when it's hot and then letting it sit, but I think I'll just, for the sake of waiting an extra 5-10 minutes, whatever, and while it cools, that's fine. I think we can get away with it. I mean, it's not like it's scorching weather or anything over here. It's been quite nice all day, and then about 5 minutes ago it started lashing more rain. Seems to have stopped now at least. So that was just typical. Okay, let's get the last of the grains in here. Let's get the pump on. Wait for time. 2 minutes 35 seconds. The question is, will that fire last for 2 hours? Will they the battery run now? Because they are rubbish. Did I tell you how rubbish fire tablets were? Yeah, they are. Pure trash. But Amazon will use all its resources, not on keeping the battery going. They will do it to try and sell me stuff. They will use all the battery power they can muster to sell me stuff that I don't want. Guaranteed. Never mind the stuff that you've just bought. No. It's probably listening to me now. Now that it's on. Alexa, it's a team full of people somewhere in the subcontinent. Right. I'd say that's going, that's okay. We're gonna be knocking about here, so I'm gonna give it a stir every now and again like quite regularly, every 5 minutes or so. I mean, I say that, but the next noise you hear will be that as it finishes. Like, what? Okay, sparge water reminder. Okay, 67 degrees. So we're not doing a mash out either. Don't necessarily even need to do a mash out, I don't think. It just, I use it to buy myself time, because usually in my brew day it's like I'm trying to do loads of other stuff at the same time because it's on a Sunday, and yeah, so no mash out. 30 minutes straight into the sparge while it's ramping up. Get the lid on as soon as that's over. The basket can to sit on top of a fermenter and just drain. That'll be healed in, and then it'll be straight into the boil. So, and that is it. I'll see you in about 30 minutes then. Okay, we're coming up to the end of the mash. It's a big check. Never mind that. Look at the battery. 76% in 30 minutes. Wow, that's it's impressive, Amazon. Well done. Just slagging Amazon here. Try Audible free for 3 months. No, bugger off. Honestly, it's just constant. Stealing the battery, the precious battery for that. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to turn the pump down because it's me, obviously, and it was all kind of pancaked, and then the warning came through, and the phone was like, "Oh yeah, I've got to do that. Reduced flow." No, that's great. So I don't know if that's going to have any effect. I probably won't, but we'll wait and see. The worst case is get a really low gravity, and then we'll just end up topping up with a bit of dry extract or whatever, but we'll look at that at the end. I would probably need to get a pre-boil off this as well too. I don't like getting pre-boils until all the water's through. Yeah, there it is. Mash finished, yes. Set to continue. Set to continue. Skip to the boil. Let's go. Okay, that can go there. That can go there. Okay. Straight into it, no messing. And get on. Let's go. So yeah, I should probably say it too, as far as the COVID goes, I'm not too bad. Got a bit of a throat. I woke up the other day and it was like really sore throat. And I thought, oh, this seems familiar. And yeah, so I did a test. But I also was really tired as well, and just like aching all over, as you would get sometimes with a flu. And then as well as the flu, I also then had these really kind of, it was really hot 1 minute and then really cold the next, to the point where I was like in bed shivering and like, yeah, not good. So, but other than that, I mean, I've been fine. That was like 1 day, and the rest of the time it's just, I'm fine. Real sharp headache as well too. So. Okay, we are boiling. Took me a bit by surprise. The last 10 minutes always take the longest, I find. Okay. It's first gold going in, so there's only going to be 2 hops in this. First gold, now there's first gold, I was going to say 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And then 5 minutes to go, we're going to be putting in some Pilgrim. That's what we're doing. Time check. We've just hit the 1 hour mark. Battery check. 63%, so it might last. So, little behind schedule to get it done for 90 minutes, but we're in now, we're boiling, and I just need to get it into the fermenter, and that'll be the brewing bit done, and then get everything washed. I'm going to start the washing now. I don't know if you want to see that. Do you want to see that? Will I get the headset on? I don't know. Okay, this is starting to get stressful. I can do it. Yeah, 15 minutes, that's more first gold then. Going in. Okay, here we go again. 5 minutes then. That is our Pilgrim. Forgot to do a pre-boil as well too, of course. So I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and obviously to the end now and see what we get. But yeah, all go. Sanitizing the fermenter in there. Looks like it's gonna start raining again, so we need to get that stuff in here. I've no time to talk basically. I've got 5 minutes left and I've got to get the counterflow chiller right there as well too. Struggling. I forgot to put in the protoflock as well too. I put a half one in there just after the 5 minute boil. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, probably not, but throwing it in anyway. It's just finished there now. So it depends how long it's gonna take. We've already passed the we're near 1 minute, 1 hour 32 minutes, so we're 92 minutes at the minute. So it just depends how long it's gonna take the chiller to work, because it usually takes, you need to let it sit for a few minutes at least to let it cool down, and then you need to run it through just to sanitize it and then get it in the fermenter. I mean, if I had to put it in the cube, I think we'd be done by now. Well, we wouldn't be done by now, we'd be in exactly the same position. If I had have ditched the sparge, maybe we'd be done by now, but I don't know how much that would have saved really, in all honesty. But anyway, never mind that. I don't have time. I've still got 2 hours. They're not home yet, so I need to get, I've got half an hour to get everything cleaned. So see you in a bit when I'm ready to put the chiller on. Okay, that felt like an eternity waiting for that. Must have been about 8 minutes before I could get the pump on. Oh, and I did try. Right. So it's saying 86 there, but I don't trust those readings. Okay, let's get our water hooked up. Okay, are we good to go? Suppose we should wait for another couple of minutes, shouldn't we? Should we? I don't know. Yeah, we probably should. Okay, let's give that a minute. Let's get the fermenter ready then. Okay, so I'm doing it in a pressure fermenter now. I'm not going to put any, well, maybe 1 psi, something like very, very low on it. Because we're using the clipper yeast and we want it to be quite a fruity. Bit less pear this time, I think. So yeah, by 1 psi. I was cleaning that anyway from last week. I thought I had an infected beer last week. It's tasting okay now, so I might do a review on that tonight actually. If I'm well enough, you know, because I've still gotta get all this done before they come back, and then I can climb into bed and pretend to be ill and just, I don't know, just in bed. Imagine that, the end of the covers like that. How was the movie? I'm so cold, I'm so hot. Yeah, because I need the sympathy, I do. Little do they know, I've been out breaking my back out here. Right, enough of that. Let's get the hose in. Right, okay. Just realised the pump wasn't on full as well too, so I could have saved a bit of time there. So let the cold water, let it go for a good 3-4 minutes, something like that. Then get the cold water on it, let it run round, just to cool it down. And now we're going into the pump. Suppose you should get a gravity, I should remember to get a gravity reading actually, while we're here. Not sure what it is exactly in the recipe, like it's probably 1040 or 1038 or something like that, so I'm expecting this probably to be 1020, no may look. Yeah. Okay, so straight off the bat now, I don't know what temperature this is. 10, looks like 1040, yeah? Like 1040, colour mud as well too. Also, just to compound things, I had to make up some star sand. when I went to sanitize the cake or the fermenter, there was nothing there. It was only in the little spray bits. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I chucked the rest of that out because it was all like little bits and stuff on it. But fortunately, I pulled off enough RO water just this morning to get another refill. So excellent. That's one thing that's worked out at least, if nothing else. Okay, there's what we're at the minute. 151, a little bit behind schedule. 42% battery though. At least that's something. I also didn't take a post-boil volume reading either. That's another thing I forgot. So yeah. So this is very much flying by the seat of my pants today, but you know, this is basically for me doing this the next time. Next time a little window opens, I'll be ready. Straight in. It's about 21 litres. I brewed it a litre short, normally do 22. Brewed it 21 this time. Let's get it pitched. Where's the yeast? There's there. So this is our clipper yeast, 10 grams. Okay. Well, there we go. That's it pitched. So, just want to see the clock back there. Just over 2 hours. 2:04. Now, obviously, there's a lot of messing about and me talking to you and stuff when I should have been doing stuff. But not quite 90 minutes. 2 hours. I'll take 2 hours. So that's going to be 19 degrees. Started off at 19 degrees, and then as the ferment goes on, we'll gradually build it up to maybe 22, something like that. Okay, so I'm sure someone's wondering, how long did that actually take in total, including all the washing and stuff? So obviously 2 hours for the brew. I've done all the washing, including running hot oxy through the pump for a few minutes as well too, which I always do, just to make sure that's clean. Everything's sorted, everything's put away. I've nothing left to do other than just walk back into the house. They're not back yet. They phoned me from McDonald's saying they want to bring anything home. I says no, so I'm expecting them anytime. So I need to go into the house. So this is how long it took. 2 hours and 52 minutes, and we've got 11% of the battery is left. So that's good to know. Considering that was only a 2 hour mash, it was like half the brew day it normally is. Normally a 4 hour brew day, and then cleaning up after that. And that was a 2 hour brew day, and then cleaning up after it. And that was, I can't tell that it's any different to any of the other beers really. It does taste a little different, as I said before, to some of the other versions I've done. And we need to work on that going forward. But I mean, I think we'll definitely be doing that process again. Time-saving process. I'm gonna have to try it with a hoppy beer. So I don't know when the next brew day is. I've still got 3 kegs in there, and I'm not really drinking that much. So, and obviously if there's something hoppy on it, you're gonna need to drink it quick. So Clever Bitter, yet again, version whatever it is, version 4. I think actually version 4. It's decent. It's definitely better than the last version. Not quite as good as the 2 before it, but it's something we need to work on. I think maybe another 30 days in the keg, and that will be super. So it's like 6 weeks, isn't it? 6 weeks in the Bible. That Greg Hughes says to always leave condition all the beer 6 weeks. You know you can't. It'll be like six hours in the keg, rolling the keg. But yeah, we'll give it another 2 weeks then, and then we'll see what it's like then. Okay, so that's it. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. I shall see you next week, maybe, if you're lucky. Didn't also look at what the level was on the fermenter. Fucking hell, words fail me.